It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jameis now on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I would guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout.
You got three down.
And they'll turn it over game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Check. Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They give it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first and 10, Winston. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. And Winston lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the drill, but otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go now. Sonic! Ready! Black 25's a hut! Green, triple C!
Second down, Winston. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Winston now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line.
Hey, you got 3.
They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, 4 down.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ready.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit,
right, now,
they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
3 down, 3 down. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Hot. Leopard.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This is taken at the 18. Oh, a little 360. That's going to go in the books as a 5th. 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
5-0. My 50. Green, triple C.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And now out come the Jets. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Gun! You got 3 down. Set! 3-19! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game, and boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check safety, check safety.
The first down throw for Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 28. Green, Trevor C.
First down, Winston. Going up top. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, Trevor C. Let him go.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. 56. Lucky 56.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Here's Martinez on first down. Pushing his way through. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Hot.
He'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now here come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Winston. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sonic. 4 down. Ready. Blue ready. Green, Trevor C.
They go play action. Winston. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gun! Gun! Gun, gun! 56. Lucky 56.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check 55 to Mike.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. Fighting him off. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
For their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that.
And Winston lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throw left side complete. It's Chapman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Jameis on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Even. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic. Green, Triple C. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Green 39. Green 39.
36.
Detroit.
Go.
Gun.
Watch the slant.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Tight end right.
Now let's go. 319.
Check 27. Eyes on 27.
Gun.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Strong right.
Now let's go. 319. Go. All right, now, lucky 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Gun. All right, here we go. 319.
83's me. Me. I got him.
They'll drop to throw. The 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
Watch 10. Watch 10.
Detroit. Detroit.
55. Back 55.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
I got motion.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to take the lead. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Green, triple C.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Hey, 5 on the 50.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Dancing to his left. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
got 3 down, 3 down. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Jam, 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 jam. Motion!
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far.
Right,
the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
3 down, 3 down. Hey!
And they'll run the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set!
On 3rd down, that's Clayton. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.